Welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're preparing for our trip on the Gibb River Road. So we are installing a Dometic DRS to the roof of the caravan. What is a Dometic DRS? It's not the DRS you see in Formula One, which is a drag reduction system. This DRS is a dust reduction system. So we install a ram head onto the roof of the caravan. That forces air into the caravan and pressurizes the inside, which prevents any dust coming in from other places. So like through your door seals, through any other nook and cranny or any other gaps there may be that have missed silicon in the caravan. Because the last thing we want is when we pull up to a campsite or a stop or wherever we're going and having a caravan full of dust. So we've had a caravan full of dust before, not with this van, but with a smaller one, and we don't want to experience that again. Okay, let's have a look in the box and see what's in here. Okay, let's have a look what we got inside. So some packaging cardboard. Here you go, Haley. You can play with that. It's got the ram head that goes on the roof. This will be the internal covering. So that'll what it'll be looking like on the inside of the caravan. That's all you're going to see. There's a few other fittings and some rubber adhesive strip here as well. And most importantly, the instructions. Alright, so that's what's in the box. Let's get on the roof and cut a big hole. Alright, so just on the roof of the van now, looking for a good spot to put it. Oh, hey, looks like a good spot. So obviously you've got to try and install it to the front of the caravan. So we've got to find a spot in between the longitudinal rafters. So you can push down on the roof but feel it underneath, or you can tap on the inside and you can feel them. Alright. Cut the skin on my finger by doing that. So this is going to overlap that bead of silicon where the roof joins there. So we'll just have to go over that, I think. So it's just going to fit just in front of that antenna. So just trying to find a suitable spot inside. Looks like we're going to put it just in front of the TV antenna. So I'll probably start by drilling up through the roof, just so I know exactly where it's going to be in relation to the longitudinal rafters, because I can't feel them on the outside too well, and I can hear them a lot better on the inside. So rather than cutting through one of those, I'll just start the drilling from the inside. So the hole size I need to cut out is a 285 by 285 square. So I'll just mark it out with the ruler and texter and then drill it out. So I got my holes drilled into the roof now. I've marked out the straight lines with the texter. So to cut out the internal ceiling, which is just a thin bit of ply, I'm just going to use a hacksaw blade. I think it'll be sufficient to stick in there, and just use my hands to cut the timber. So see how that goes. Alright, so I've cut that out. Now, it did run into a problem with hitting one of the rafters. So it looks like I don't have 285 mils of space between them. So I'll be able to just cut it and reinforce it, because when you do cut this out, you do need to make a frame to go around where you've cut out, so that can be reinforced. So I've got some timber to do that, so I'll be able to just reinforce that. Fully insulated. Look at all that styrofoam. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out a little bit more of this up to this rafter. When I take that bit of ceiling out to that rafter, I'll have 280 mils between the rafters. So I only need to get 5 more mils, so I might just take a bit of 5 mil off this rafter just so it fits in without having to fully remove it. And then I'll just need to reinforce the frame here with timber on this side and the other side. I'll just pull the styrofoam out.
Insulation.
I'm not sure how effective it is as insulation, but it's better than nothing, right? So, got another bit of timber here I'm going to have to cut through, and then the ceiling there. Right, so just going to drill through into the tin roof. So I'll be able to cut that out, and then that'll make it easier for me to take about 5 mil out of that rafter. So I'll just do that now. Let's get onto the roof and cut it out. Right, so I got my holes here. It's pretty much on this silicone bead here. It's probably where the roof joins. So I'll actually leave that in place and just put extra silicone over it. So an extra silicone down there just to seal it up properly. It's going to be pretty close to the antenna, but it still clears. So I'll start cutting the tin out now. Right, so in the end I've cut that rafter and just shifted it back, so I'll staple it in place and Sikflex it. And I've got some timber from a pallet, cut that to size, use that as a frame on the other end, and use the existing rafter for this one, and then again another piece of pallet got in there. So next we're going to put this rubber strip around the edge of the DRS. So it just comes with double-sided tape. Go peel one edge off. I'll have the joint of it, I'll put it at the back, just to assist with water, no water ingress. Joins up perfectly, no gaps there at all. So just got to clean the roof surface so the sticker flex can stick to it. So it's got some methylated spirits. So I've actually taken a layer of the silicone off where the roof joint is, obviously leaving where it actually joins the silicone still intact. Needed to just have a flatter surface because the back of the DRS sticks up too far if it's sitting on top of it. I think the whole caravan roof could use a bit of a clean. Comes up looking brand new. Alright, I think it's time to add some sticker flex to the DRS and put it into place. Okay, now that the surface area has been cleaned, going to put some beaded silicone around the outside of the DRS where the foam seal went. I'm also going to put a lot more on the inside of the seal just to assist with like the unevenness of the roof, to just ensure there's a watertight seal there. Probably wondering why I'm using black silicone. Probably a lot of the reasons why I do a lot of things up here and why I'm using pieces of pellet to make the frame for the DRS to sit in, is because there is nothing else available. So this is a silicone that's suitable for boats, and it has a high UV resistance, which is what you want when silicone is going to be exposed to the sun on the roof of a caravan. Unfortunately, black was the only colour available, so I wasn't able to be too picky about what I got to choose. So the DRS is now in place. So what I'll do is I'll just clean up my hands, and then I'll put in the internal cover. So after that, it should be pretty much done. So just test fitting it. I've got the screws in, also 2 of these black spacers. Depending on how much gap you've got in your roof, how distance is between your ceiling and your actual roof height. You need to adjust what spaces you have in there just so the DRS clamps together nice and tight. After these 4 screws are in, it'll be all done. Alright, there you have it. It's all screwed into place. This magnetic latch here, pull it down, exposes the filter. There's just the 4 screws holding it down to the unit on the top, so it clamps it together with the roof. That's why you need to make the frame, so it doesn't collapse the roof and the ceiling around it. So I'll show you on top, because the camera died before when I was up there because it got too hot, so we'll go up there now. Here we are at the top. As you can see, it's right onto the TV antenna, but still comes up alright and can rotate, so it's no issue. Obviously the black silicone makes it a little bit untidy, but yeah, no one's really looking at the roof, so it's all good. Thanks for watching this episode of Patrollin Oz. Really hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more content. In about a week's time, we're going to hit the Gibb River Road, starting at El Questro and travelling west from there. So we will see you out there. See you later. Bye. Bye.